clicked on end meeting instead of clicking on the start recording. Fine. Probably you have seen unit number 1 notes, which I previously shared, probably last week, I guess. And you were asked to write down your own notes by referring the notes I shared with you. And on the same line, I prepared the notes for unit 2 as well. Okay. And unit 2 talks about the hardware design and testing method. In last session, we ended every parts discussion in unit number 2, and what we are going to see in today's session, the summary of unit number 2 along with what I am going to share with you. Okay. लास्ट टाइम आपको याद होगा कि मैंने पूरे पॉइंट्स लिख लिख के आपको बोला था कि भाई आप लिख लो probably few of you might have noted down with your pen and paper and most of you might have taken the screenshots जो भी मैंने लिखा है. स्क्रीनशॉट लेके कुछ फायदा नहीं है जब तक आप लिखते नहीं हो. Okay, and particularly from this unit onwards I am going to share, we are going to discuss the notes so that you will get an insight कि अच्छा notes में क्या क्या है भाई, at least वो आपके समझ में तो भी आ जाएगा. Okay, so what we do have in the unit number 2, first point is design process. और डिजाइन प्रोसेस के बारे में क्या कहना कि भाई आपका पूरा यूनिट नंबर 1 डिजाइन प्रोसेस के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट था. So you can write down every part from unit number 1 as well. So design process, you know, and probably we can also discuss this diagram where we need to consider the market technology trade-off. Okay, ये consider करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. ओके, कि भाई ओल्ड टेक्नोलॉजी क्या है, इज इट बीइंग यूज, या फिर न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी क्या है, वेदर इट इज गोइंग टू बी यूज, वो टेक्नोलॉजी कौन यूज कर रहा है, वगैरह वगैरह. ये सारी मार्केटिंग की चीजों को आपको ध्यान में रख के डिजाइन प्रोसेस को फॉर्मुलेट करना जरूरी होता है. देन वी डू हैव लाइफ साइकिल मॉडल्स. ओके, we do have different kind of life cycle models: waterfall model, v cycle model, spiral, then rapid prototype. 4 different types of models, out of which we discussed the waterfall model. Okay, and it's great, I am doing the grammatical corrections as well along with the discussion. So waterfall model में क्या होता है, स्पेसिफिकेशन होता है, प्रिलिमिनरी डिजाइन होता है, डिटेल डिजाइन होता है, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होता है. एवरी टाइम यू डू हैव रिव्यू एंड रिवाइज का स्टेप, एवरी टाइम यू डू हैव योर फीडबैक एंड यू हैव योर इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ द मॉडल. ओके, तो इतना लिखना जरूरी है वाटरफॉल मॉडल में. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपको ऐसे ही स्लांटिंग लाइन या फिर स्लांटिंग डायग्राम निकालनी है. यू कैन ड्रॉ अ वर्टिकल लाइन एंड दैट विल बी अ बेटर डायग्राम. ओके, then next point was identifying the requirements. Waterfall model is a model for your design process. Okay, then requirements identify करने हैं users के कि वे कैसे क्या क्या, what are the needs and the requirements of the customer. Okay, so it is going to act as a interface in between the design process, क्योंकि requirement के ऊपर ही आपका design process establish होगा. अगर रिक्वायरमेंट सही सही नहीं आप प्रोसेस करते हो, then you may end up into a different kind of product design. जैसे यूजर को चाहिए था या फिर कस्टमर को चाहिए था, वैसे प्रोडक्ट आप डिजाइन नहीं कर पाओगे. ओके, so for that purpose the design team had to be come up with the requirement definitions which will have some sort of constructive measurements, some sort of constructive requirements that can be converted into your specifications. वो जरूरी है. Otherwise अगर vague requirements आते हैं and you cannot formulate your specifications, then it will be kind of difficult. यूजर कह रहा है कि भाई आपको मुझे 2 मेगापिक्सल का कैमरा चाहिए एंड यू आर सेइंग कि नहीं 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 विजय कैमरा बहुत हो गया, and so on. So this must not happen. Okay, and for that purpose I had a diagram. Let me see. There is a diagram. I guess I misplaced it. Let it be. I am not able to find a diagram. Okay, figure. The graphics in figure. Okay. Diagram जब आ जाती है आपकी तो you can write down lots of terms over there. The second diagram is we have to consider the environment of the system. कि environment कौन से environment में आपकी system work करने वाली है. When we have to consider the environment while defining the requirements and needs of the customer. Then you need to define the inputs and outputs, that is your interface along with the environment, whether you are having some sort of interfaces or something else. So you need to take care of everything over there. Right? Then after considering the interfaces like inputs and outputs, whether we are taking the inputs from the sensors and we are activating some actuators and so on, we can define the specifications. So now we are now about to formulate our specifications. So what do you mean by specification? Those are nothing but captured numbers. Okay, captured numbers, I will say that. So while defining the specifications, we need to consider the environment, that is a temporal world or heterogeneous collection of the entities. Heterogeneous मतलब mix up है, analog है, digital है, वगैरह वगैरह आपके system के अंदर. You have to characterize your external entities as well. External entities में क्या क्या हो सकता है भाई, आपका उसका नाम है, उसकी responsibilities and activities है. Okay, what sort of role, what sort of tasks there is, entity or design block. Okay, entity को design block भी कह सकते हो आप. तो वो क्या क्या हैंडल करने वाला है, व्हाट आर द रिलेशनशिप्स इन बिटवीन द मल्टीपल एंटिटीज, मतलब उनके इंटरफेसेस क्या है, इंटरफेस सिग्नल्स क्या है, एंड सॉर्ट ऑफ सेफ्टी एंड रिलायबिलिटी वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट. ओके, then when we are discussing the system itself, then system do have a lot of different aspects. Okay, we do have a functional view which is going to define the system internal functions and their relationship between एंड अमंगस्ट दोज फंक्शंस. फंक्शंस के साथ उनका रिलेशनशिप, एक दूसरे के साथ क्या रिलेशनशिप है वो डिफाइन करेगा. देन ऑपरेशनल व्यू, इट इज गोइंग टू कैप्चर एंड एक्सप्रेस द बिहेवियर ऑफ दोज फंक्शंस. देन वी डू हैव टेक्नोलॉजी व्यू, it is going to formulate your hardware and software solution to the problem. It is going to identify the components comprising the solution. It is going to find the implementation of the functional behavior of the hardware that is consistent with the identified constraint. Constraints के साथ match वाला होने वाला functional behavior using hardware, this technological view is going to provide us. So we do have a kind of diagram where in the environment we think about the functional description. Environment का function क्या है, मतलब क्या, if you are doing a mechatronics design and you want to put up some sensor into it, so sensor is going to act inside the environment, and how that environment is going to affect the functionality of sensor, you can think about it. Then we have the interface in between the environment and the system, that is your inputs and output, and inside the system the functional specification, the operational specification, and the technological specification. So inside the functional specification we are going to view the functional description of your tasks. Okay, or what you would have the functions. Okay, then as one formulates which diagrams, okay, this is a kind of different aspect which we never talk about the electronics. Okay, so the functional description can be captured in variety of ways. One effective approach is used to AML UML tools which software engineers do use. The functional view can be constructed through use case and the class diagrams. Once again, a software development tools which can facilitate you to define the functional description. Another view can be gained through high level state charts. Probably you will study the state charts and state diagrams and state machine in VLSI. So कौन से स्टेप के बाद क्या होगा, कैसे एक्चुएटर्स एक्ट होंगे, या फिर कौन से प्रोग्राम्स एक्टिवेट होंगे, या फिर कौन सा हार्डवेयर एक्टिवेट होगा. अ काइंड ऑफ सिक्वेंशियल प्रोसेस. Okay, state charts and activity diagrams. Okay. Also, data and control flow diagrams are commonly used in structured design methodologies. Okay. तो ये तीनों चीजें, चारों चीजें आप यूज कर सकते हो to define the functional description. Okay. Then operational view. With respect to the operational specification, operational means the manner in which a function must operate. A function, you can think about a hardware function or you can think about a software function. सॉफ्टवेयर के बारे में कहते हो तो what kind of variables they need to pass on and they need to process and what variables those are going to return, और वो किसके साथ interact होंगे, everything. Okay. Under what conditions those functions has to be activated and those variables needs to be processed. Okay. ये सारी चीजें जो है वो operational view में आ जाएंगे. Then we do have technological view. The technological specification includes all specifications relevant to the hardware and software design. We can easily identify 6 different areas that should be considered. First is geographical constraint. Okay. Then second is your electrical considerations for the interface signals, noise margin, वगैरह. Then we do have user interface requirements, inputs and outputs of the system. Then temporal considerations. Temporal word different है, so we need to go through the understanding. The system may have hard or soft real-time constraints imposed. Okay. बहुत टाइम क्रिटिकल इश्यूज है. हार्ड कंस्ट्रेंट, सॉफ्ट या थोड़ा सा ऊपर नीचे हो गया, 10 क्लॉक साइकिल से मिस आउट भी हो गया तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. The constraints may specify delays on the signals originating from the external entities. External sensor से ही डेटा आपका लेट आ रहा है. Then responses to system outputs by external entities. सिस्टम के आपने आपके सिस्टम ने बोल दिया कि भाई एक्चुएटर ए ऑन कर दो, वो एक्चुएटर को एक्चुअली ऑन होने में कितना टाइम लग रहा है, दैट इज अ रिस्पांस टाइम. एंड इंटरनल सिस्टम डिलेज जो आपके है, ट्रांसपोर्ट डिलेज वगैरह जो है, इंटरनल सिग्नल डिलेज, वो सारी चीजें. देन इलेक्ट्रिकल कंसिडरेशंस. Then electrical characterization of internal signals and behavior include power consumption, supplies, tolerances, and degraded power, as well as characterization of signal levels, times, and frequencies. Okay. Then we do have safety and security and reliability. We have to think about our product, and we do have different aspects also. The safety considerations should address the safety guidelines and rules and regulations, whereas security considerations must address potential vulnerabilities and potential pre as well as during as well as post attack defense strategies. With respect to reliabilities, we can think about the system uptime goals and potential risk, failure and failure modes, as well as failure management strategies. We discussed everything in detail already. I want to give you insight of the unit, that's all. So we now can, after formulating the specification, now we can go for designing the specification, and that is a more constructive way, which is going to have lots of defined tables, flowchart, specifications, वगैरह वगैरह. Okay. The formal design specification must be written in precise language stating specific requirements of the systems. It can include tables, equations, and algorithms, and state or flow diagrams Then formal design language, it is going to use a pseudo language. It probably will help out the programmer. Unless there are exceptional and limited circumstances, it does not include schematics, then code, then part list. Sometimes it may happen कि भाई मुझे एक चीज ऐसे ही चाहिए, मतलब ऐसे ही चाहिए, whenever interrupt is going to occur, when we do have exceptional circumstances to be placed inside our system, then sometimes you may have your schematic as well as piece of code or some sort of part list कि भाई मुझे यही level shifter लगेगा, मुझे यही ADC लगेगा, kind of thing. Okay. Non-functional specification must be added. We use these to explain the constraints such as performance and timing constraints. मैंने बोला कि मुझे राइजिंग टाइम भाई 0.3 नैनो सेकंड से, या नॉट रियली 0.3 नैनो सेकंड, 1 मिली सेकंड से ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए राइज टाइम. मुझे फॉल टाइम 1 मिली सेकंड से ज़्यादा नहीं चाहिए, so we can impose those kind of timing constraints, then dependability constraints as well as cost, implementation, and manufacturing constraints. We can put those non-functional specification as well. Okay. Notice also that the design specification has two masters. कौन regulate कर रहा है उनको? It must specify the system's public interface from inside the system. Okay, system को क्या क्या लगने वाला है public की तरफ से, what sort of inputs, as well as it must specify how will the requirements defined for and by the public interface are to be made by the internal functions of the system. Internal function क्या क्या यूज करने वाला है, कैसे यूज करने वाला है, क्यों यूज करने वाला है, you have to think about it. Okay, whenever we say that public interface, that is nothing but input and output. Okay, so we do have another diagram which you can elaborate the customer, the requirements, and the design and the engineer, where they do play a role. Customer gives us requirements. Those requirements are converted into the specifications. So requirement specifications. By taking those specification, we are going to formulate our design specifications, and depending upon those design specification, we are going to define the process. And now here engineers are going to play our role. Rest of the interfaces, at the first interface, at the second interface, the marketing guy can have his role, but later on designers has to play their role. Then inside the system, after you have set your design process, then inside the system, we can say that as a part of formalizing and quantify the system requirements, one must attach concrete numbers, tolerances, and constraints to all of the system inputs and output signals. All timing relationship must be defined. Okay, and the system functional as well as operational behavior are described in detail. Okay, then quantifying the system, what we are looking at, we are looking at डिजाइन स्पेसिफिकेशंस, इसके अंदर क्या क्या होना चाहिए, कैसे कैसे होना चाहिए. सो फर्स्ट पॉइंट वी डिस्कस कि सिस्टम को डिफाइन कर रहे हो तो क्या क्या आपके डॉक्यूमेंट में होना चाहिए. देन वी हैव टू क्वांटिफाई द सिस्टम एज वेल. The quantification of the system characteristics begins with the inputs and outputs based on the specified requirements. The necessary technical details are added to enable the engineer to accurately, faithfully execute the actual design. उसके लिए क्या क्या consider है? These are the things. System input and output define करना पड़ेगा, कितने bit के हैं, what are their current and voltages requirement. For each IO variable, the following are specified: the name of the signal, the use of the signal as an input or output, okay, the nature of the signals as an event or data or state variable, and so on. Okay, the third point, probably you can relate it with the software development, whether it is an event or whether it is an data or it is a state variable or it is a shared variable go or global variable, and so on. Okay, then starting with the requirement specifications, we provide detailed description as necessary and incorporate any additional technical or technological constraints that may be needed. कि मुझे भाई Apple का A11 processor ही चाहिए, otherwise I won't manufacture this product, and so on. You can put up those constraints. As well as we have to take care of the interrelationships with the signals. Okay, included any constraints on those relationships कि जैसे है responsibilities and activities में you can group up the similar responsibilities, hardware and blocks. Inside it that we do have functional as well as operational specification. Then we do have technological and different specifications such as geographic constraint, characterizations of and constraints on interface signals, then user interface requirement, temporal considerations. Temporal is nothing but you are related to the timing consideration, electrical infrastructure, safety and reliability. Probably you feel that कि अरे ये चीजें तो पहले भी देखी थी. Yes, these are the things, but previously those were descriptive specifications, and now we do have some constructive numbers along with those specifications. नाम तो same है, but you do have the description differences. पहले जो है elaborated है, second जो है which we are looking at right now is a constructive or with reference to your numbers. In the safety consideration, we need to have understanding and specifying any environment and safety issues, whereas the reliability specification should include these topics. Okay, concrete numbers for मीन टाइम टू फेल्यूर कि भाई एवरेजली आपका प्रोडक्ट कब फेल होने वाला है, मीन टाइम बिफोर फेल्यूर. सो यू हैव टू think about these numbers as well. So स्पेसिफिकेशन वर्सेस रिक्वायरमेंट, एग्जैक्टली डिफरेंस क्या है? रिक्वायरमेंट्स में क्या था, डिस्क्रिप्टिव इन नेचर है, उसको क्या चाहिए, बट स्पेसिफिकेशन में क्या है, वी टॉक अबाउट द एक्चुअल नंबर्स एंड एक्चुअल क्वांटिटीज. ओके, so we can have the requirements which give a description of something wanted or needed. They are set of needed properties, whereas we do have specifications. Specification is a description of some entity that has or implements those properties. तो difference है भाई आपके specification में और description में. The design specification is a precise description of the system that meets stated requirements. Ideally, a specification document can be complete, consistent, comprehensive, traceable to the requirements, unambiguous. वहाँ पे कुछ ambiguity नहीं चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए या वो चाहिए exactly. Then it must be modifiable with reference to the review and redesign processes and able to be written. Okay, modify करने की जरूरत पड़े तो modify करते आना चाहिए. So these are the requirement. एक बार आपका सेट हो गया, आपके पास एक टेक्निकल डॉक्यूमेंट आ गया. ओके, टेक्निकल डॉक्यूमेंट आने के बाद यू आर मच constructive about your design, and now we want to have the system partitioning. Same blocks are now kept together. Partitioning करो. You are going to study system partitioning in VLSI once again. Okay, and system partitioning always take care of the timing critical issues as well as tasks as well as functions as well as what sort of power sources, what sort of clock signals they are going to use. So alike blocks उनको साथ में रख लीजिए. ये है system partitioning का. Okay, first step in managing the complexity is partitioning and decomposing the initial high level view into small modules. So that will help your design team. The goal of such process is, first, the system should be partitioned so that the function of each module is easy to understand. Each module should solve one well-defined piece of problem. Next, partitioning should be done so that connections between modules are only introduced because of connection between the pieces of problem. Partitioning should ensure that the connections between modules are as independent as possible. Okay. Prior to beginning of the system partitioning, there are some general thoughts. कौन-कौन सी चीजों के बारे में आपने सोचना चाहिए. Okay. So remember that with every rule or guideline, there must always be room for exception. Exception के सिवाय आप डिजाइन नहीं कर सकते. There has to be exceptions inside your system that will take care of the failure of your system. Each model should solve one well-defined piece of problem. Mixing functionality across modules make all aspects of the development and support process much more difficult and fragile. Okay, ऐसे नहीं करना है कि एक ही ब्लॉक रखेंगे और वो सारी चीजें करेगा. No, break out your functionality, break out your task so that you can have your modules and later on you can interface those modules. No problem. The system should be partitioned so that the intended functionality of each module is easy to describe and understand. Partitioning should be done so that connections between modules are only introduced because of the connection in between the pieces of problem. आपने मतलब ध्यान दिया होगा तो we have written the same things which we discussed in the above paragraph but in a different way. Partitioning should assure that connection between modules are as independent as possible. है ना, यही है. But we have to think about every aspect. So now moving on to next. Okay, one more point. Once again, keep like things together. जैसे मैंने कहा, such a practice helps to reduce errors. Partitioning is also done to help meet the economical goal of the design. ये करते वक्त, पार्टीशनिंग करते वक्त इन सारी चीजों का तो ध्यान रखना ही है. Along with we do have two important points. One is coupling. Okay, coupling क्या होता है? Coupling is a heuristic, okay, mix that provides an estimate of how independent modules are. Estimation provide करता है how your modules are coupled to each other. उसके लिए आपको help out करता है. Okay, tightly coupled modules will generally utilize share data or interchange control information. Okay, as module interdependence increases, so does the complexity of managing these modules increases, and therefore more difficult if we have अगर आप बहुत सारी चीजें टाइटली कपल करते हो एंड उनके बीच में डेटा इंटरैक्शन बहुत ज्यादा रखते हो, देन you may face difficulties while debugging the design during the development, then troubleshooting the system in the event of field failures, maintaining the modules of the system, modifying the design to add features or capabilities, and ensure a secure system. Okay, अगर क्या कहते हैं डेटा एक्सचेंज इन बिटवीन द मॉड्यूल्स ज्यादा रहा. कब ज्यादा रहेगा? जब आपके मॉड्यूल्स आर बिग and they do have lots of interfaces, then and then only they are going to have lots of data exchange in between those modules. So therefore the first task, break out the modules themselves so that we will have easiness. And so we want to reduce the coupling. तो कैसे करना है? Eliminate all essential interaction between the unessential interaction between the modules, then minimize the amount of essential interaction between the modules, loosen the essential interaction between the modules if possible. कि जरूरत नहीं ना भाई, छोड़ दो उसको. Okay, then we do have different ways to reduce the complexity as well. Cohesion, an idea related to coupling is a cohesion. Okay, coupling तो है लेकिन उसका idea कौन देगा? Cohesion. A notion of coupling addresses the partitioning of the system, whereas cohesion addresses the bringing the pieces together. Okay, cohesion is a measure of strength of the functional relatedness of the elements in the module. The goal is to create a strong, highly cohesive module whose elements are genuinely and tightly related to one another. जैसे टाइम क्रिटिकल ब्लॉक्स है तो वो उसके बारे में आपको सोचना है. सो फंक्शनल कोहेजन सिमिलर ब्लॉक्स है जिनका टाइम क्रिटिकल है. सिक्वेंशियल कोहेजन कि एक के बाद एक है तो उसके बारे में आपको ध्यान रखना है. कम्युनिकेशन कोहेजन जस्ट लाइक योर ट्रांसमीटर एंड रिसीवर. देन प्रोसीजरल कोहेजन जस्ट लाइक योर स्टेट मशीन्स. Okay, temporal cohesions, once again rise time and fall time. Logical cohesion defines your functionality. Then coincidental cohesions, the module aggregates the several unrelated procedures such cohesions or lack, therefore should not be used. ये नहीं करना, ये use नहीं करना है. Okay, then we do have functional design. The unit number 2 will be quite easy as you proceed through the VLSI subject where you are going to study the system on chip as well. Whenever you are going to think about the system on chip, all these points becomes apparent and more effective to understand. Then we do have functional design. Its goal, what sort of things you have to consider while defining the functional design of our system. Then architectural design, you can think about the functional defines the function, architecture defines the architecture and modular level characteristics. Okay, and next one is your functional versus architecture model. This is very important as long as your examination is concerned. Then you do have functional model and what is inside the functional model. Then we do have architecture model and what is the need of both models. Okay, it is quite interesting to read out the things over here. Then we come up into the prototyping and testing of your designs. So we do have testing and we have seen this formula in the day before yesterday's session and we have solved the two numerical. So one example over here, I put both the numerical in the notes so that you will have touch up with them. Then formulating a test plan. कौन कौन सी चीजों का आपको ध्यान रखना है टेस्ट प्लान बनाते वक्त, so that your testing will be descriptive and what I will say that kind of covering all the test cases. So this was a test plan for considering two input and gate. Then later on we can write down the specification for the testing. Okay. So we seen last time the example for a test plan. Okay. क्या क्या होना चाहिए. Then we do have test procedures and test cases. Okay. क्या क्या चीजों का ध्यान रखना जरूरी है and so on. And at the end we had 3 points. One is egoless testing, the third party testing, then design reviews. We have to review our design specification depending on the testing results. Then modular debug and testing. We have modular debug to take care of the bugs and issues observed during the testing. So for that purpose, we have three types of methods. One is black box testing, where nothing is known to the tester, only the input and output. He will test the truth table over here. Then white box testing, everything, the architecture and the schematic of the design is known to the testing engineer. That will reduce your testing time. Okay, and something happened to the diagram. Okay. I will put it once again over there. And gray box, a little bit is known and little bit is not known, and so on. So three types of testing: black, white, and gray box. So that was about unit number 2. And now you are ready with the notes of unit number 2, and your assignment for it will be on. And as usual, the timing will be till the Saturday night. Okay. You have to go through the notes. You have to write down in your own language. Do not write down as it is. It is a very big note. Okay. Write down in your own understanding. Okay. That's all for today's session, everyone. Thank you.